recording now? Yes, we are. Okay, so let's do this. This one's a little bit different. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this before or not. I don't like fractions, and you don't like fractions. So I said multiply by the denominator. Well, what's different about this one? Huh? There's not a common denominator. So here's what you do. If I want to get rid of this f, I times something by f. If I want to get rid of this p, I times something by p. If I want to get rid of this q, I times something by q. So what are we going to do? We can wipe them all out. Multiply by what? Not just PQ. FPQ. Multiply by FPQ. Multiply everything on top by FPQ. So FPQ times 1 is FPQ over F equals FPQ times 1 is FPQ over P plus FPQ times 1 is FPQ over Q. Did that help much?
No.
Actually, it does. Can't we simplify that a little bit? Anything cancel on that first one?
All F's cancel.
Can we cancel these F's?
Yes.
I thought before we couldn't.
Because it was addition.
It's not addition. We can cross off these F's. What can I cross off over here? P's over here. Q's. So you have PQ equals FQ. Careful how you say that. Plus FP.
How do you say that?
Or didn't you guys catch that? Good for you if you didn't catch it. He got it.
I caught it.
You caught it, good for you.
I just missed
You know what I'm talking about, good for you.
I was hoping I could get him to say it.
Huh?
I was hoping I could get him to say it.
I'll say it to you all the time. No. Good. Some of you are going, what are they talking about? Good for you. You live a clean life.
I think everyone knows.
All right. Do you know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
No, you're not. Okay. So now what should we do? We want to solve for Q. What are we going to do?
Minus FP.
What'd you say to me? Go to the office. Okay. Minus FQ. Why are you doing that?
Because we want all the Q's.
All the Q's on one side. So we have PQ minus FQ
No minus or plus.
equals FP. Now what?
We're gonna
What do we normally do when we get all the variable that we want to
take
solve
out
for?
Q.
Factor that out. Q times P minus F equals FP. Last thing we got to do? Divide by what?
P minus F.
So Q equals FP over P minus F. Gosh, that looks terrible. Gotta say it, I have a flash from just over a year ago. I can remember doing this exact problem in this class with your brother, and he started laughing. He thought that was pretty funny. So he kept saying FQ over and over and over. Okay, last one I'm gonna do with you guys, number 59. K equals 1/2 mv squared. Okay, and we can argue this one. I have a feeling Jonathan's gonna argue with me on this, and that's cool, because I don't know the answer, okay?
You want me to argue? I can argue.
Well, you and maybe even Luke, because I don't know, I honestly don't know the answer. Okay, first off, we're solving this for what? For V. Solving is for V.
Wrong.
This is kinetic energy, isn't it?
Yeah. How'd you know that?
I remember doing this in physical science.
Plus it says right next to it, kinetic energy.
No.
Really?
Well, I just remember it in physical science.
You're not just blowing smoke, you really remember that. You're not, I thought you just
No,
read
I
that.
actually remember that. I didn't
Okay, I thought you were just being smart aleck because it says
Yeah,
kinetic,
his phone's
it literally
covering-
says kinetic energy right
his
next to
Phone's
it.
covering up the questions. You
Okay,
can't see
okay.
it.
I could just see him doing that though, so, okay. All right, so I don't like fractions, I'm gonna times each side by 2. Multiply everything by 2. So we have 2k equals, these 2's cancel, we're left with mv squared. We just double each side, double k, you have 2k, double half, you have a whole mv squared. Then what? To solve for v. Not yet. Divide by m first. So 2k. Now, if it was in parentheses, then we would square root. Okay? But we have 2k over m equals v squared, and then we square root, and this is where, honestly, nothing against everybody else, but I'm keying on math science students or ex-math science students.
Do you
Not
guys
making
give us
fun, just
credit?
saying, you're not, you guys were there. I square rooted, so normally what else do I need to remember to put in there if I put a square root? Plus or minus, okay? So we have V equals plus or minus radical 2K over M. Is it plus or minus though? V stands for what? Velocity. I don't know, can you have a negative velocity, can you? Does that mean like a direction or something, or what is it?
No, was it acceleration you could have negative, positive of?
I don't think you can have.
I don't think you can have negative velocity.
I don't know.
You simply just, that doesn't make
Because
sense.
your velocity can be.
It doesn't have to do with velocity is the same as speed. And like 20 miles an hour, if I'm going 20 miles an hour that way, would negative 20 miles an hour be the same speed, opposite direction, or is that
You
not?
can say that, but it's not.
But that's
Yeah,
not
I
easy.
think that would be a
It's not right.
decrease in velocity, like it's slowing down.
I don't know. He says you're saying it could be negative, you're saying it can't?
Because-
I don't know.
You're lying.
Because we
Can't
also
be.
went over acceleration at the same time, and I know acceleration can be positive or negative.
Okay.
Because you could.
Right, right. So, I mean, to make it real simple though, what do I want? Do I want the plus minus there or not? I don't really care, because I don't really know, okay? Forget about what this all stands for. You should have it there, but when we know the context of the problem, it may or may not make sense to have a negative answer there, I don't know. So, don't sweat it either way.
I'm gonna
Okay.
email Miss Hammond right now.
So,
If it was speed.
yeah, you could. I don't know the answer. It's been 30 years since I took a
Velocity can be
physics class.
zero.
All right, so you have the rest of the hour, you guys can work on this. You have all hour on Monday to work on this.